Hi everybody, it's Pedro, and in today's video I'd like to talk about finding your uniqueness and why that's important, okay? And the reason why I would like to talk to you about this today is because very often I see people neglecting their backgrounds because they either find that it's not relevant or it's not unique enough or whatever it may be. And so what happens is they try to become someone that they're not. And when that happens, you're not developing your uniqueness. And then what happens on a practical way is the fact that you're not going to be able to stand out because you're just like anybody else, right? So it's a missed opportunity. At the end of the day, that's basically what this means. So the reality of the situation is that everybody has their uniqueness. But what happens also is that most people try to stay away from either their background, because they are from this country that is not so relevant in the world of, in this case, visual effects, or they worked in this other company that is not as relevant, or their background is, for example, in design, which is not, relevant for visual effects, all of those things, right? And they downplay that kind of unique backgrounds and experiences. And that's just, it's a missed opportunity, as I said before. So there's constant pressure from the world. That's just the way that the world works, more specifically in different types of industries. But there's always the pressure that you need to conform to the industry norms or career paths or whatever. And that's why most people, they basically don't embrace that kind of uniqueness that they already have. They don't even go there, basically, right? So they perhaps feel that they feel inadequate or insecure about why it makes them unique, and they don't know what to do with it, basically. So that's why they didn't even go there, right? And the reason why this is such a problem, I would say, is mainly, as I said before twice already, I'm going to repeat myself, is because it's a missed opportunity, right? So when you fail to leverage your unique background, then you also fail, although it's not your intention, but you also fail on basically leveraging what is unique about you that can then be incorporated into things that you do because you have a different experience than anybody else, right? So that actually, if you do it right, that's actually what makes you competitive and potentially ahead of the competition. So when you don't embrace these things about yourself, then you will perpetuate these feelings about self-doubt or even imposter syndrome. And all of these things combined will basically hinder your career progression, okay? Because you're not going to be able to stand out, although you have potentially everything on your side to be able to stand out because you have such a unique experience, unique background, unique upbringing, whatever. Even if it's not directly related, you have all these things that is unique about you, right? And then at the same time, what happens with some people is they sort of misinterpret that Pablo Picasso quote that says that good artists copy, great artists steal, okay? What this means is that while good artists may replicate the work of others or the ways of being of others, great artists make it their own because they reimagine things and they put their own spin into the things that they were inspired by, and because of that process, they make them their own, right? Most people confuse this, and what happens is, and I mean, I've seen this happening with the content that I've produced, for example. They go too literal on this quote, right? And they actually steal and basically use the same things as if they're theirs, although they are not. And it doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? So I've seen this happening with some of my content, for example, and some other people did this with other people's content as well. And it's just sad. I mean, it doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. I don't get mad or anything like that. I just feel sorry for those who do it because I know that there will not be a positive consequence for that action. It's just wasted time, really. And people are very good at distinguishing what's unique, what's original, what is not original, or what is a copy, right? And so I mean, it's just like a missed opportunity, and honestly, I feel sad when I see that kind of stuff, right? So, for some people that were on the other side, that they were copied, okay, I understand that, you know, you might feel like angry about this kind of stuff when that happens. But the thing that you also need to have in mind is, if they do it, it's because you are the one ahead and they are the ones copying you. So this is like a mental trick, if you will, to put you more at ease if you ever if you have ever been in a situation like this. But in any case, it's really important that you find your uniqueness and get inspired by others, yes, but don't go too literal and just copy stuff, because that's just not, it's not going to do anything positive for you, right? And by the way, if you don't do anything about this, if you keep constantly fighting against embracing your background, then, you know, you're going to limit also your career opportunities, because there's no you're not leveraging what can actually be the differentiator between you and others, and you're going to also be reducing your confidence in professional settings, because you are constantly fighting against what everybody should be, and you're not, so you should be like them as well. And all of that kind of stuff will also amount to, you know, things that we talk constantly here on this channel, which is like burnout, anxiety, and all that kind of stuff, because you try to fit into a mold that doesn't resonate with your values, your background, who you are really. And so that comes across as sort of like half-baked. And that's like another reason of why perhaps things are not happening to you, you know? So you feel that sort of like a contradiction here. You feel that if you see that others achieve success, in your brain you might feel, okay, maybe I need to be more like them, right? But it's not to take that so literally. You need to basically, yes, get inspired by that, try to understand exactly what makes them successful, but then put your own spin onto it and embrace your background, because that's, you already come with that uniqueness about you, right? The thing is, you don't realize perhaps, right? So reflect on your personal story, reflect on how you acquire your skills, and reflect also on past backgrounds that might not be directly related with your current thing that you're doing, but perhaps there's a very good chance that you can take that background and use it as inspiration for you to find different angles, unique angles about how you perform, or how you develop certain techniques, or how you solve different shots in the context of VFX, because that's there, right? For example, in my case, because I have like a mixed background, I get inspiration from all sorts of mediums, and most of them are not related with visual effects, but I put that kind of inspiration into visual effects, you know, and I've always did. One of the things that I do frequently is, for example, watch videos about music mixing, okay? So that puts me in a different frame of mind, and I get like a lot of inspiration from that kind of stuff that then I will apply into the world of visual effects. It's just the way your brain works. For some people, you know, watching, you know, culinary shows, for example, you might put them like in the same frame of mind. I don't know. Other people might be design stuff. I don't know. But all of those things, although they might not be related at all, it might inform your brain about like alternative ways of performing the things that you've been doing so far in a certain way. So now it's time for you to basically find a different way, perhaps, right? So use that as a positive thing and not as a negative thing, right? So embrace your background. Allow your background to be the one responsible for you to be able to carve new techniques, new like a niche that is only yours. You know what I mean? So I think that's so valuable, and I see so many people, you know, missing opportunities because of that. That, you know, this is the stuff that I would like to talk to you. So to sum up, remember this: your journey, life journey, your experiences, your backgrounds, your upbringing, all that kind of stuff is unique to you. And if it's unique to you and you allow others to know about that, then what happens is you might be surprised that that kind of story, that kind of journey will actually be responsible for inspiring others, and that kind of energy feeds itself, right? You know, it's a nice feeling when that happens, because people tell you, oh, I got so inspired by this, or, you gave me inspiration to do this in a different way or whatever. That creates like sort of like a ripple effect that encourages others to embrace their backgrounds as well, and then you are the ones being inspired by them, and that gets translated into many different things on the tangible side of things when it comes to the work. And then it's a nice energy that you create because of that, right? So this is the type of stuff that I'd like to talk to you today, guys. I hope you liked it. And if you need help regarding all these things and many others for the success of your career, click the link below, add your name to the Next Level program waiting list. And if you feel that you are perhaps the right fit, we'll get in touch with you and talk next steps. But independently of that, today what I would like to talk to you is encouraging you to embrace your background, get inspiration from all different sorts of mediums, put your own spin into it, and build your uniqueness after that. Because that's basically what I did. That's basically what clients of ours learn how to do, and that's what's gonna be responsible for your success more than anything else. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Don't try to just copy things just because someone else did. Get inspiration from that, yes. Put your own spin into it. Embrace your background and carve your own niche, okay? Carve your own personality, because that's what others will be noticing more than anything else. It's the way that you approach problems, for example, in a different way. It's the way that you speak with people in a different way. It's the way that you inspire others in a different way. This is what's going to put you closer to the success, more than just like knowing about everything that comes your way. Okay? Hope you liked it. Build your uniqueness, and see you next time. Bye-bye.